So many people have dreams, goals, and ambitions that they talk about, that they tell people one day they're going to do these things. But the problem is, one day has come and gone too many times. If you want to pursue your dreams and goals and ambitions, something has to change in order for something to change. See, what you focus on matters, because what you stare at, you steer towards. And right now, some of you are focused on all of the wrong things. Like, what are you focused on? Focus, the ability to keep your attention in one place for an extended period of time. Are you focused on your dreams and your goals? Because where your mind goes, your life follows. There's a statistic that tells us the average person has 12 to 60,000 thoughts per day. And that's a lot of thoughts. But 80% of those thoughts, according to this study, are negative. Negative. That means negativity is dominating most of our focus. So many of us are focused on negativity. And the worst part about that statistic is that 95% of those negative thoughts are on repeat, like a bad playlist, playing over and over and over again. So many of you have dreams, goals, and ambitions that you want to see become a reality in your life, but you can't get to your dreams. You can't get to your destination when you are listening to the playlist of negativity. You can't get to your destination when you are on the roadmap of distraction. You can't get to your destination when all of those other things are competing for your focus. What is your thought life look like? What does your thought patterns tell you about your life? Listen, if you want to go somewhere, become someone, accomplish something, it all starts in your mind. All of it. Your behaviors are 100% of the time a direct result of your beliefs. Your behaviors 100% of the time are a direct result of your beliefs. And so if there's a behavior that is in your life that you don't want there anymore, you got to track it back. What are your current beliefs? So many of you, you've been told negative things about yourself. You've allowed life to beat you down. Your experiences have lied to you and told you that you're not valuable. You've believed the lie that you'll never be. You're not like them. You're not good enough. And you keep playing the negative playlist over and over and over. And you're creating a new roadmap in your mind full of roadblocks, keeping you off the freeway of success. But it's time, my friend, to take those negative beliefs, those negative thoughts, to erase them and replace them. It's time to remove them and put something better in place. These are power statements, beliefs, truths. The fact that you have a dream says that you have greatness inside of you. There is something inside of you longing to get out and change the world around you, but it starts with changing you. We got to change the playlist, change it to something that's powerful about who you are. You were created to do something amazing with your life. You are one of a kind. You are absolutely a masterpiece. There is nobody like you. You are the expert of your story. You have incredible value and the world needs to hear from you. Come on, you've been playing the wrong playlist and it's time to remove those limiting beliefs, those self-doubts, and it's time to replace them with truth, powerful statements that are going to replace all of those limiting beliefs and it's going to access the freeway of success for your life. Come on, you want to step into your dreams. You want to step into your goals. You want to achieve greatness. It starts right here in your mind. What are you telling yourself every day? What are the things that you're playing over and over in your mind every day? How are you rewiring, reprogramming, remapping your mind for success? You were created in God's image to do something incredible with your life. You got to change your focus. And some of you, you got to realize that there's some relationships in your life that are holding you back. You are the sum total of the 5 people you hang out with the most. You're impacted the most by those closest to you. And the problem is we've let people in our lives haphazardly. We've let people come in and out of our lives as they've wanted to without setting up any type of boundary line, without defining them, without understanding where they belong in our life on this journey. And because we let people in and out of our life, we've allowed toxicity to exist in our life. And I'm telling you right now, relationships, they can propel you or they can hold you back. They can help move you in the direction of your dreams, goals, and ambitions, or they can keep you at the bottom. Relationships are everything. And you've got to start asking yourself, who are the 5 people closest to me right now? Do they have dreams? Are they called to greatness? Are they living that? Are they stepping toward it? Are they believing it for themselves? Do they celebrate me when I win? Do they pick me up when I fall? Who are the people closest to you? Because you are being shaped and formed the most by those people. I always tell people that your inner circle is your biggest hurdle. If you can land that, you can land everything else, because if you get the right people in your life, they're going to help you think different, see different, strategize different, have different philosophy. They're going to introduce you to new people. They're going to introduce you to new ways of living and believing. When you get the right people in your inner circle, they're going to be a catalyst towards your dreams, your goals, and your destiny. And I'm telling some of you right now, you're listening to this and you've had dreams for a long time, but you've never stepped into them. And this is one of the primary reasons why you have not yet achieved your goals. Come on, it is time to evaluate some relationships in your life. Listen, there's a time and a place to serve people who are struggling, but the most important person that you have to serve right now is yourself. How are you serving yourself? When you fly in an airplane, the flight attendant tells you when that yellow oxygen mask falls that you must take that oxygen mask and put it on yourself first before you put it on your child, before you put it on a friend, before you put it on somebody next to you. You got to put that oxygen mask on yourself first, because you are of no good to anyone around you if you can't breathe. And some of you right now, you are struggling to breathe. You're being suffocated by toxic relationships that you've allowed to wander in and out of your life. And this is your sign. This is your wake-up call. It is time to evaluate those relationships and decide, I'm taking ownership of who I'm going to allow in the inner circle of my life, who I'm going to allow to impact and influence my destiny. I'm taking ownership of who gets to have a conversation with my dream. Some of you need to evaluate some relationships in your life right now, and you get the right people in your inner circle. It will automatically elevate your life by default. Come on, there's people that are in your areas that you have yet to invite in proximity based on fear, based on insecurity, based on timidity. There are successful people that you have access to, and all you have to do is invite them in to your inner circle. These are busy people. They got a lot going on, so you're going to have to be persistent. You're going to have the courage to ask again and again. Grab that coffee with them. Take them out to lunch. Invite them into your dreams. And when you do, they're going to help you unlock some whole new level of life. And it's going to be a game changer for you. Some of you right now, you have goals, dreams, and ambitions, and you've yet to step into them because right now you have no clarity. Come on, you have no clarity. Sometimes we have things going on in our life that are constantly competing for our time, effort, energy, and resources. It's like they're pulling in all directions all at once. And if you've ever felt the stress and the pressure of that, it's confusing and it's hard to move forward, because here's a good idea and there's a good idea and over here's another good idea, and shiny object syndrome, and plus this other thing that everybody else is telling me is urgent and important, and it's competing for my time. It's competing for my focus, and all these things over here that are distracting me, and all the people that, if I haven't gone through evaluating my relationships, that are distracting me, all this other stuff that's pulling me in 1,000 different directions. If you've ever felt that way, you cannot achieve your dreams, goals, and ambitions. You will never step into your destiny when you're being pulled in 1,000 directions. And I don't care what's going on around you. You are the one that has to take ownership. You get to take ownership of your life and say, I'm not going to allow that any longer. I'm taking authority over my own life. I'm taking authority over my dreams. I'm taking authority over the calling that's been placed in my life to steward it well. And I'm refusing to be pulled in 1,000 directions. Listen, some of you right now, you just need clear direction. And the best way you can do that is to look at everything that's competing for your time, effort, energy, and resources and say, if this doesn't align with my God-given dream, it doesn't belong. You bring all of those things into alignment to move into one direction, all with the same energy. All of a sudden, you have ridiculous momentum, and then you become unstoppable. But I'm telling you right now, you're going to feel stuck until you have the courage to evaluate all those things, remove the ones that don't belong, bring alignment to the ones that do, and begin to move in a channeled, focused direction. Listen. We wander outside every single day under the sun for hours with little to no effect. And the sun is a massive amount of energy. But I'm telling you right now, a laser is such a tiny amount of energy, but because it is focused, it's channeled, it can pierce even steel. And I'm telling you, if you will just focus and get clarity and alignment and remove the things that don't belong, you will be like that laser piercing even steel. You will cut through the chaos. You'll cut through the clutter. You'll cut through the distractions. You'll cut through all the nonsense. You'll cut through all the things that don't belong, and you're going to achieve your dreams. You're going to move forward into who you're becoming along the way. You're going to start to experience radical life change. Everything in your life is about to shift. And some of you right now, you're listening to the pieces of the puzzle and you're saying, man, I got to change my focus. Man, I got to evaluate these relationships. I got to get clarity. I got to bring alignment to my life. And let me tell you right now, if you're listening to this, the last thing I need you to hear is you've got to take massive action. You've got to execute. If you never execute the play, it doesn't matter. We live in a world where you have access to content all day long. Some of the greatest orators that have ever existed. You can constantly take it in and receive it all day long. But if you don't take massive action, it means nothing. Some of you just have to have the courage to say, I'm going to do something today to take a next step. I'm going to do something today to take a next step towards my dreams, towards my goals, towards my calling, to step into my destiny, because it's worth it and I deserve it. And I was created to do something great with my life. And I'm telling you, you've got to take massive action. You got to execute the play. When the football team runs out onto the field, they get into a huddle. Nobody shows up at a football game to watch the team get into a huddle. They show up to watch that team call a play, get out of that huddle, get on the line, execute that play, and move the ball down the field. It's time for you right now to move the ball down the field of your life and to execute the play. And what I'm trying to tell you is, if you will get your focus right, if you will evaluate those relationships, if you will get clear direction, bring everything into alignment, if you will take massive action, you're going to step into your dream way sooner than you even imagined. I'm telling you right now, it's going to shift your whole life. Get your focus, evaluate your relationships, get clear direction, and take massive action. Get your focus right, evaluate those relationships, establish clear direction, and take massive action, and your life is going to change. You will start to step into your dreams. You will have dreams for your dreams. You're going to start to step into a whole new arena that you didn't even know existed. You're going to elevate your whole life to a whole new level, and everyone's going to be looking back saying, I remember when I met him. I remember when I met her. I remember when they just started out. I remember I was the one who believed in them. And even though most of them probably didn't, they're going to say that they did. And they're going to tell everybody about the day that they met you and how you impacted their life. Listen, you have a dream and it's worth pursuing. It's worth chasing. There's a destiny written all over you. It's inside of you, and it is time to birth that thing. You got to get your focus, get those relationships, establish your clear direction, and you got to execute the play. It's time to take massive action. It's time to step into your dream. It is time to elevate your life.